So, Soundtrap Boys is for all of you uncultured swine who still don't know what Soundtrap Boys is. It is my background music channel. I was going to say YouTube channel, but I guess that kind of speaks for itself. It's my background channel where I make soundtrap beats, hence the name of the channel, Soundtrap Boys. And you'd think that making a channel dedicated to music would be tough in this day and age, especially because of copyright claims and dickheads and whatnot. And you'd be correct. I probably don't have as many experiences to share with that as you'd think, but I go to Soundtrap, I make the song, and now that Gen 2 is a thing, I put the spectrum over it so you have something to look at while you listen to the vibe and beats. And then I upload it. And it's kind of like a 70-30 chance at this point. 70 chance that it won't get copyrighted, 30% chance that it will. And of the 30% that get copyrighted, about 80% of it usually ends at the dispute, because I'll file the dispute and they either will lift the claim or they won't respond. But every blue moon you get that one jackwad who, even though you know damn well that your song and their song are not the same thing, they have a stick up their ass and they're just like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna ignore your claim because YouTube's claim system is fucking garbage, first of all. Basically, okay, if you've never filed a claim before on YouTube, here's how it works. For music anyway. If I file a claim, or if I get copyright claimed, I can dispute it. I have to double check a bunch of boxes that basically is, yeah, I didn't rip the content from anyone, it's my own stuff. And then I need to provide some reasons in a text box why the music is mine. And I will always say, because more often than not, the people who are claiming me also made it in Soundtrap because I recognize the samples. So I will, more often than not, try to be friendly to both sides and say, I recognize some of the samples in your song. I'm assuming you also use Soundtrap. I say assuming even though I know for a fucking fact they use Soundtrap. But negativity gets you absolutely nowhere, so I say, I presume you made it in Soundtrap as well. These are not the same songs. We used the same music making software. We used basically the same samples, we just changed up the key. I did not know of their song before making mine, and I will submit it. More often than not, that works. But like I said, sometimes I'll wake up and I'll get that email. Your dispute has been reviewed and the claimant has rejected your dispute and chosen to uphold their claim. Now, here's where I fall into an unwinnable situation, ladies and gentlemen. Because of the fact that YouTube's claim system is fucking dog shit. Like I said, I am now in an unwinnable position because I can now file an appeal. An appeal is more serious because with a dispute, they have a month to respond to the dispute. If they do not respond to the dispute within a month, it will automatically be removed and the claim will be off my video. An appeal, they have a week. And an appeal is basically what's supposed to be YouTube's way of saying, oh, you're 100% confident that this is yours. But it doesn't end up being that way because if I file an appeal and the claimant still is stubborn enough to believe that they're the same thing, it will go back to YouTube and they will decide who's right. If the claimant is right and they and YouTube think that my dispute is unwarranted, not only will they forcefully take my video down, I'll get a copyright strike. And copyright strikes are permanent and affect my channel's ability to do a lot of things. So basically what I'm doing in that situation is throwing my appeal up in the air, bending over, pulling my pants down, and hoping that YouTube doesn't shove a stick straight up my ass. That is literally an almost perfect analogy for what their claim system is. And it doesn't help that the chances of actually being able to talk to a representative human from YouTube is more unlikely than getting struck by lightning while inside of a shark with a winning lottery ticket. Like, it is so unbelievably impossible to actually talk to a human representative. And it's stupid because if I actually talked to a human representative, I would have all of this claim bullshit sorted out already. But no. Anyway, getting off the topic of that jackwad, and by the way, that specific example literally just happened, and I'm recording this on January 13th at 7:30 in the morning. And that example I just told you about literally just happened. Where, okay, I'm gonna spill some beans for you. We have a song called Lush. That is not the one that I'm talking about. We were gonna make Lush 2. It was fully fledged out, it was fully revitalized, everything, and we uploaded it. First of all, their entire song that they claim me for is fucking garbage. Because, okay, you might think that I'm just saying that because I'm kind of pissed off that they claimed me, and you'd be slightly right, because I am a little miffed at them because they claimed me, but whenever I get claimed, I will specifically go and listen to the entire song that I'm getting claimed for, because I'll just do that in general so I can find out what part they're trying to claim me for. I listened. Their song was like 3.5 minutes. I listened to the entirety of it, and it is fucking F-tier garbage. It is the same thing looped over and over again for 3.5 minutes, and it isn't even that good. It is so trash. Regardless of that, I have a bridge segment in Lush. I might be able to like release a video where I play a little snippet of it, because this bridge part is the only part that got claimed. But I listened to the part. Not only is the tempo different, the key is different, the samples used in the bridge are different, they only sound somewhat similar. But I have to take the L, otherwise I risk getting a copyright strike, because I'm basically jumping into a spike pit and hoping I don't land on one, because I'm banking off the idea that YouTube is not as idiotic as the people who are trying to claim me, which there's a very high chance that that'll happen. But some other examples of really dumb things that have happened include UMG. Yes, UMG, the massive record label that has stars like Eminem and Michael Jackson under their label, trying to claim one of my songs. We have a song out right now called Tomb. It was, I'm gonna have to open YouTube Studio quickly to fact check myself on this, but it was created, let's see, it was created September 16th, 2022. I dropped this song and it got copyright claims, so I checked to see what the claim was about. It was for a Michael Jackson song. What? So I submitted the dispute. And, okay, put yourself in my shoes for a second. You're a really small content creator who's making music and releasing it just for the entertainment of others. And you get a claim on your song from UMG, one of the biggest record labels out right now, for a Michael Jackson song. And now you're forced to sit there and write a dispute explaining why your song is not a motherfucking Michael Jackson song. What do you even write? Like, what? How do you say this? Hello, dipshit. Do I look like Michael Jackson? Do I sound like Michael Jackson? I mean, granted, the fact that you somehow think that I am Michael Jackson, that's a compliment. But, like, seriously? The claim got removed, by the way, and everything's fine, but, like, how? By the way, I don't know if this is the universe's way of saying fuck you, but the Michael Jackson song in particular, I can't remember what it's called, but the Michael Jackson song in particular that I was being claimed for was like 7 minutes long, so I had to sit there and waste 8 minutes basically of my time. It was like 7:57, so I have to sit there and waste 8 minutes of my time listening to a Michael Jackson song I've never heard of. Listening especially closely to try and see if there's even a part that somewhat resembles my song. Spoiler alert, there was zero semblance to my song. Hell, there was negative 10% resemblance to my song. And even if you remove all the copyright stuff, all the idiotic people, whatever, doing Soundtrap was still harder than you think because, okay, you know how people get in slumps? Like slumps as in, like you just don't want to do anything? I get in slumps for my personal channel all the time. Like there will be days where I just want to edit the entire world, and there are days where I just don't want to do anything. And I cannot bring myself to even open my editor. Like, It happens for Soundtrap Boys too, unsurprisingly, but they're more severe because I will sometimes go literal months not wanting to do anything Soundtrap Boys related. The peaks when I want to create a bunch of Soundtrap Boys songs aren't as severe, but still there are times where like I just can't bring myself to do it because it's not that hard. It only takes like 15 minutes at max to create a new Soundtrap Boys song, which is not a lot, but maybe it's a combination of the way I do it with the fact that typically, as of right now, this could change in the future, but as of right now, I am the only one making Soundtrap Boys songs. So the fact that it all falls on me kind of runs it into the ground a bit. Sorry, I was taking a drink. But I'm trying to get Lego Fan 11 and maybe somebody else to do Soundtrap Boys songs. And I know the term or the saying, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself, and I'm aware of that, but like I'm not going to sit and shit on them. That's not what this is about, and they don't deserve it anyway. But yeah, that's the inside baseball, because I wanted Lush 2 to be released because Lush 1 turned out to be what I honestly believe to be one of the greatest songs we have ever released. Definite top 5 and possibly top 3. And the sequel, which Lego Fan 11 considered to be even better than the first one, now can't be uploaded because of some dickhead who decided, hey, I'm going to ruin your day because I can. And YouTube's going to help him. Because their claim system is absolute dog shit. And what can I do about it? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh my god. I don't know, man. It's fun to do it, but god, is it a struggle. It is a massive, massive struggle.